Greetings, one and all. I'm Kerrik52. The last episode proved to be an exercise in boss fighting, bad decision making, and relentless grenade usage. And this episode promises to be that exact thing again. I don't have much more of a plan than that, but I think we can have some fun with this grenade launcher. I have 9 rounds to spend. Who's on first? Might be a guy in here? Hasta la vista. I didn't get a good shot of that, come on. Be cinematic for me. There it is. Excellent problem solver, this thing. Do I get a good reward? A red book. No title or anything. Well, as long as it's not the Necronomicon, I guess I'll be fine. Anything impressive in here? The bathtub is filled with muddy water. Will you unplug it? Yeah, sure. The tension is killing me. That was easy enough. Nothing major, nothing minor. Might be some bullets around here? I can't remember. So I think the guardhouse will be the last hurrah for both the grenade rounds and for the handgun. I'm thinking of putting both to bed after we're done here, because the violence is about to escalate. And these are not the tools. Save, progress. Is this the food court? Oh, not a food court. Hey, we got some spider friends. How about they go away? Cute. Oh, I swear to. Yeah, this was a waste of everything. There isn't even anything important in here, I don't think. Let's see. 3 ball? Yeah, I'm just trying to ignore the spider babies. Fun fact, this is probably where Phantom and the Phantom Babies minigame comes from in Devil May Cry. When I was fighting against Yawn, I was very much reminded of my experience with trying to S-rank Devil May Cry. It's the same sort of thing of like stupidly complicated boss fight in a 3D action game. That's just what I wanted. That's why I didn't dump the ribbons before. Yeah, not a great room, this. But yay, I get to show off being poisoned. This is how exciting it is. So it can actually kill you, which is nice, but it will quickly drag you to critical health. Let's examine this book. Nothing? It's just a book then. Guess it doesn't have to be more than that. I guess I can treat myself at least one mixed herb. Again, the health situation here is kind of silly, but you can lose it quickly if you're not careful. A carving of the moon? Really? Alright. And the connection between Devil May Cry and Resident Evil is in no way secret. But there are some pieces of that connection that are more surprising than others. I will be talking at length about this in future videos, I'm sure. Is that me making that noise, or is it another spider? Okay. I need to check the map here so I know what I'm trying to accomplish. There, yes, okay. Won't move. Just obstructed. Alright. What about you? Oh, 3 key? That's not the one I have. Oh, hello. Dormitory key. And then the bees. I'm leaving. Right quick. Yeah, we're on our 3rd swarm enemy? 4th with the spiders. Of just annoying random animal that you shouldn't even fight. And it's kind of lame of them to... Alright, how do I... Do I just... Maybe it's free. Alright. That was quick. And that's the thing about at least Resi 1 and Resi 0, is that a lot of the monsters are just animal but big, and it's kind of boring. Hey, map. What about you? Plant 42 report. 4 days have passed since the accident, and the plant at point 42 is growing amazingly fast. It has been affected by the T-virus differently than other plants have been and shows a unique shape in addition to its size. Looking at the way it behaves, it is now difficult to determine what kind of plant it was originally. So now we finally have the T-virus name dropped. This will be important. There are 2 ways in which Plant 42 gathers nutrition. The first is through its root that reaches into the basement. Immediately after the accident, a scientist went mad and broke the water tank in the basement. Now the basement is filled with water. It is easily imaginable that some chemical elements were blended in the water and promotes the incredibly fast growth of Plant 42. Another part of Plant 42 from the basement grows through the duct and hangs down like so many bulbs from the first ceiling of the first floor. Many vines come out of those bulbs, and they are the second resource for its nutrition. Once sensing movement, Plant 42 shoots its vines around the prey and holds it. Then it starts sucking up blood using the suckers located at the back of its vine. It also has some intelligence. It blocks the door by twining its vines around it, especially when it captures prey or is sleeping. It knows how to create boss barriers. Several staff members have already fallen victims to this. They are probably not very smart. So that's our problem of the day. A giant evil plant. Did we have anything interesting in here? I guess you count. Satisfying every time. Fair trade, I guess. Nothing there. Guess that's it. Could have sworn there was more room to explore here. I'm back there. That place is locked. Needed a keypad of some description to, or a key code rather. That's there, and that's the entrance to the Plant 42 room. Alright. I have enough space to be comfortable, I think. This wasn't anything, just weird black spot. Okay. Now to deal with this. I forget how I deal with this. Not like so. There it is. Very sneaky-like. How very mysterious. Alright. Actual box pushing puzzle. I think this is literally just a time waster. Let's see. More or less. You'd think they would throw a monster at me, or at the very least, have some here, like, guarding the place? To, like, force me to fight them before doing the puzzle, but, no such luck. And then the last one here is the only one that's complicated. Or as complicated as you can get with the most, basic block puzzle in existence. Playing as many video games as I do, I of course have great familiarity with box pushing puzzles, but I'm not sure anyone has ever liked them. Because this isn't particularly satisfying. And a lot of the time you solve the puzzle and then you have to spend multiple minutes implementing that solution. There are ways of doing it right, but this ain't it. I'm sure this is the part of the game where speedrunners just take a coffee or something. More herbs. There's the flooding. Well, this is a situation. We're good as long as anything doesn't attack us, but how long will that hope hold? So here we have the roots of Plant 42. Deal with those and you can weaken the beast. I'm thinking about not doing that, because we're playing as Jill, and I kind of want to have a boss fight. The way Plant 42 basically works is that it has 2 extra lives, you could say. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Could we not? Could we just not? Yes, thank you. I don't want to deal with the shark. So Plant 42 has 2 extra lives, which means that if you don't deal with it, you have to fight it twice. But if you deal with it, it loses one of those lives. Potentially both. And since we're playing as Jill, and we have our precious guardian angel, he can actually deal with one of those fights for us, leaving us with the other one. And if I weaken him with the special thing we can do, I don't get a boss fight, I don't think. Let's see how motivated the shark feels right now. You okay? Guess not. Hey, presents. Starting to have a stupid amount of bullets at this point, but I'm not complaining. Another key, thank you. These are for next episode, I think. And I'll make great use of them in time. So the guardhouse isn't really that threatening as far as resources go. Not that the whole game has been, really. Am I missing something? No. But I know what I am wanting to do. I have ammo to burn. And wildlife to bully. Neptune here really isn't much of anything. Oops. I guess this is just a kindness. If we can hit the damn thing. They do more with this thing in Remake, thankfully. But still, you saw how quickly I could run away. Like, there wasn't even a sequence or anything. It was just... Shark, leave, defeat shark. Ah, the O3 door. That's progress. Well, that was exciting. Back we go. Might as well pick these up while I'm here. I'm not really going back, am I? Fun little venture, but again, we kind of lost something compared to the mansion, just because there isn't any complications to the exploration. It's just, oh, do the rooms, and get the things, and do the stuff. I am on the lookout for some special grenade rounds, though. I forget exactly where they are. They might be in one of the rooms I haven't been to yet. Guess we're mixing more. Because I'm not coming back here, so I need to... Oh, there was a third one? Oh, come on. I'm all for developers being nice, but there has to be a limit. Maybe I should just dump the book. I don't remember what I use it for. Oops, not the radio. I'm in this corridor. And it's there. I think that's where the ammo I want is. Alright. Then I'll go and do my run. Just a nice little bit of inventory to set the mood for our dramatic showdown with a plant. You go there. You combine with these. Yeah, the fact that you can stack them to this ridiculous degree, like, what am I even going to do with 39 shotgun rounds? Or shells. I forget if... Yeah, RE4 has the stack limit. That's where they started playing around with that, I think. But then... in the classic games, you can kind of go nuts just because the actual resources are the limit. And you are entitled to use all of it at once if you want to. I forget if I need the black book. We'll see. I guess I can pick up the last herb and use that for the fight. Shouldn't need it, but you never know. I've messed up before. Another thing that's kind of missing here is plot development, and there is actually a cutscene you can get with Barry here that I'm not entitled to because I didn't get the balcony scene. I'll be showing that off later on, I think. Yeah, this is about as threatening as Plant 42 is, I think. If anything, bees will be the worst part. Thank you and goodbye. What's the over-under on the third bathroom being anything decent? You're not decent at all. Leave me alone. I will take these, though. Flame rounds. This is the stuff. Come on. Ah, not a lot of life in that guy. So, flame rounds. Flame rounds are very selective in usefulness, but when they are useful, they are very useful. Nothing there. Nope. I'll take it. Pretty sure that's more than enough to deal with Plant 42. Anyone in here? I really wasn't trusting that camera. Do I just put the blank book here? Yes. V-Jolt report. As I stated in the last report, there are some common features found in the cells of the plant infected by the Tyrant virus. Also important. We have also found another interesting fact through some experiments. We found an element that destroys these plant cells rapidly in UMB number 16, one of the series of UMB chemicals that we used for that experiment. We named this UMB 16 as a V-Jolt. In our calculation, it will take less than 5 seconds to destroy plant 42 if we put the V-Jolt directly on the root. You need to mix some of the UMB series chemicals in a specific order to create V-Jolt. But the UMB series chemicals may generate a poisonous gas which is harmful to the human body. Extreme caution should be taken when handling these chemicals. Following are the types of UMB series chemicals and their brief characteristics. Number 2 is red, 003 is purple, 4 is green, 6 is yellow, 7 is white, 13 is blue, and 16 is brown. So that's your hint for actually mixing the V-Jolt. But if you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. You can just go and fight the boss yourself. So I'm curious, there is supposed to be a hint for the keypad. I vaguely recall what it is, but it seems like I've missed it. Oh no, is this just lights out? I hate lights out. Yes, it is. Oh god. Awful, awful puzzle. Should be ashamed. Literally just me pressing buttons and praying for the best. I was thinking of Remake. I think Remake has you go and explore in order to find a code. Math. It's really just a question of correlating the numbers with the colors and mixing them together and not doing your math wrong unless you want to gas yourself to death. Yep, that's it. But screw that. We are an action heroine, and thus we need to shoot things. Was that everything? I think that was everything. Yeah, the guardhouse is just kind of relaxing. The bees and the tentacle were the worst parts. And we technically fought 3 killer sharks. Funny how that works. Let's hope this is enough. Surely 6 flame rounds will be the ticket. Yeah, this is the fight. I win. But wait. There's phase 2. Oh, Barry!
What the hell is this?
Barry!
Jill!
Give it to him. That is the world's lamest flamethrower, but I'm not complaining.
You saved me!
Yeah,
That was close. Thanks, Barry.
don't mention it. What a monster. I can't believe... What the hell is this place anyway?
Well, the Spencer Mansion is many things. Also, you need to tell me where you got that flamethrower. And here is our long-sought reward. It is nothing else but the helmet key. Yep, not much else to this, I don't think. How are you doing, Barry?
Okay. I'm gonna stay in the soldiers' area and take a look around. Though I'm sure there are still things in that other mansion as well. Anyway, let's start searching separately.
Way ahead of you, pal.
Okay.
So maybe now we have officially crossed the halfway point. I did mess around in the mansion a bunch. But if we're thinking of just plot beats and boss fights and the like, and just game progression, I think this is it. Hello.
Wesker.
How you doing, Johnny Bravo?
Jill, so you're safe.
That's what I was going to say. Where on earth have you been? You disappeared from the hall all of a sudden.
I'm sorry, but I have my reasons. Perhaps you guys have met them? It was all I could do to protect myself against those strange creatures.
Is that right? Anyway, it's good to see you're safe.
Jill, our first priority is to get out of here.
Yes, you're right.
Now, there are a lot of rooms in that mansion that we can't get into because they're locked up. I have been looking around for clues.
Okay, I'll go to the other house and see if I can find any clues.
Will you do that? I'm counting on you.
What's with the weird music? Anyway, I do appreciate the signposting since... Oh, it was shooting the bees. I appreciate the signposting since it is a bit of a trek to go back to the main mansion. I mean, the key is kind of your hint, but still. It's nice of them to make sure. Alas, alas. I think it's about time to say goodbye to the handgun. There we go. And then my excessive green herb collection. And my free flame rounds to spend. I don't think I have anything better to use them on, actually. I'll have to find a place to waste them somewhere. And also, to bring my precious acid rounds with me. Because I think I'll need them. Do I need the crank? No, I need the crank when I'm going back later, I think. Definitely don't need you. You have attempted to serve your purpose. Nice and breezy adventure, all things considered. Can't complain. But don't worry, there will be more excitement next time. Because as I explained an episode or two ago, unlike Sweet Home, this game has a solution to backtracking being unexciting. As for what that solution is and how terrible it could possibly be, well, you can find out next time. Until then, farewell.